Let me talk to you for a second. So I don't know if a lot of you know this, but I've been running. Today's like day 97 or 98 in a row. And back when I started this journey, I was unsure if I was gonna be able to do it. Well, earlier within these 97 days, I ran a half marathon. I ended up actually running 15 miles. And within those 9 weeks, training for the 15 miles, right around week 4 or week 5, I really started to realize that although running is a new avenue and it's very intimidating, or it was for me, still is, it's really interesting when you have a desire to achieve or a desire to pursue something. Despite that fear, despite that intimidation that running brings, I still was like, you know what, I'm here. The last thing I'm gonna do is quit. I'm already here. I can't imagine quitting, tucking my tail in between my legs and going home. So several weeks ago, when I was approaching this half marathon, I started to realize that, wow, whatever I put my mind to, I can achieve. Well, getting back up to speed into today, for the last 72 hours, I've been moving with a little anxiety, moving with a little fear, because obviously since I did a half marathon, I want to do a marathon now. Matter of fact, a week after I did the half marathon, I wanted to take a quick break. Not a break of running, but just I wanted to run for fun without trying to run for a specific destination. And I felt very, very uneasy. So after that week, jumped right back into the marathon training. Now, to be honest with you, not to brag, I feel like this is a little quicker than usual for new runners. And this morning on the 12 miles, I ran into a friendly runner, brother, and he was running, and I told him a little bit about my story, and he was kind of shocked. And I told him I was happy that he expressed that, because I didn't really know. I don't really talk to anybody about running. I just go and I trust my gut and just do what I can do. So, needless to say, the last couple days, I'm about excuse me. I think I'm about 3 weeks into this marathon training. And 3 weeks into it, it's starting to it's starting to get aggressive. But again, these are words and these are terms that I'm using right now that are not conducive to what I am trying to manifest. Do I want to manifest a marathon training? Excuse me. It's kind of hard to just talk after 12 miles, I guess. Really, I don't know. But do I want to embark on this marathon training with the mindset of this is going to be aggressive? Because that's just what I did over the last couple days. And I felt my body, my mind, and my soul starting to take that belief. Now, upon noticing that within the last 36 hours, I've been trying to wrap my head around, okay, can I do this? How can I do this? And one thing that I shouldn't have done, well, I should have, because it's brought me to this clarity. One thing that I was doing, which I was putting contrast in the future already, was I was looking ahead of the weeks that I'm already at now. And this is similar to the story that I told in one of my other videos. If I'm looking ahead, weeks ahead of what I'm doing, that takes me out of focus of what I'm supposed to be doing now. Because right now, my inner being, my God, all we have is right now. And that is what my inner being, my soul, that is what God in me is focused on. So when I put my attention onto weeks further down the line, of course I'm gonna feel uneasy, because we're focusing on right now. It's okay to see what's to come. It's okay to see what we're about to get into, but not at the cost of our emotion, not at the cost of our focus, our mental focus. So this morning, let's go yesterday. Anticipating this 12 miles, I felt like I was about to already run the marathon. I ran 12 miles before. So last night I started to fall, getting ready for bed, until this morning I woke up at 12 a.m. and I watched a video, and I forget the MMA fighter's name. I was scrolling late night and I forgot who the MMA fighter was, but I think it was a recent fight, brother fighting this other dude. And I think his name's Carl Lewis. No, that's a famous boxer. But anyway, he was getting his behind knocked out, but at the same time, he was still fighting. And when I watched that this morning at 12 a.m., I started to tear up, because I immediately thought about what I'm going through right now. Because you know what? Just like I did on the half marathon, I wasn't sure, but every day I just woke up and I gave it my best shot. And every day that I just showed up, I ended up making it happen. And when I ended up making it happen, not only did we get through the workout, but we also proved to ourselves that, wow, we're more capable than we even have ourselves to believe sometimes. So when you keep doing that over and over and over again, you start to run more and more and more. You start to go further and further and further towards life, towards living. So when I watched that last night, this morning, 12 a.m., it hit me. And I almost jumped out of bed. I was ready to run then, because I said, you know what? This man's here. He's getting beat up. He's getting knocked down. And he ended up winning at the end. And it was remarkable, because everyone thought he was gonna lose. And I could see in his eyes, just coming back up. And that's what the fuck I wanna do. I'm gonna show the fuck up every day. I don't care if I'm afraid, because the chances are, if I'm afraid like I was, then if I do it, despite being afraid, because that fear is just lack of love. That fear is just lack of trust in myself. You understand what we're getting at? That fear is me not believing in. I'm running this morning. Before I even start the run, I'm smiling, because I knew I had this 12 miles in the bag, because I knew I had realigned with where my focus needs to be. I'm not worried about 3 weeks ahead. When I'm running 14, 18 miles, I don't give a frick about that, man, because I tell you what, if I take care of what I got going right now, it's gonna be no problem. It's gonna be no problem, I guarantee it. And this is why I think, at least one of the reasons why I love running so much, because it shows me so much more of what I'm capable of than I thought. I don't even know if I said that right. It shows me more of myself. It shows me, it's like me showing myself just by showing up and by moving forward, literally running, moving forward. So now, as I look at my journey ahead, I don't give a fuck. Matter of fact, if it gets fucking harder, guess what? Guess I'm about to level the hell up, the heaven up, 7 up. So, in conclusion, the key point that I want to convey in this message is, let this be the last, if not the last, one of the last times you ever doubt your motherfucking self. Because as soon as you doubt your motherfucking self, guess what? Your body starts to doubt itself. The body's gonna listen to you, the mind. So let this day, and I'm gonna say it to myself too. I literally already said it to myself. I almost called my father and I almost said, you know what? I want you to remember that today was the day that everything changed. Today was the day that everything changed. So let this be the last day that you ever doubt yourself. Let this be the last day you ever doubt yourself and what you are doing. Because you are limitless. All you got to do is show up and believe in yourself. And I promise you, your body, which is God, source, will take care of the rest. Love and light to all, and to all love and light. Forever out.